Right, I've been asked a number of times to do a video on how to price a window cleaning job. Now, this is quite an awkward thing to try to get across to you. It's something that comes with experience, and because obviously you start the job and you're going to be painfully slow and inefficient, and the magic figure that you should be aiming for working on your own is £50 an hour. You need to be aiming for £50 an hour. Now, obviously, when you're just starting out, you're slow as you like. So if you were to charge somebody £50 an hour at the speed you're going to be going at, they're never going to go for that. They're going to think, well, Jesus Christ, we paid 150 quid to have a fucking windows cleaned, and the dude before was doing it in 25 minutes. So it's an awkward situation learning how to price window cleaning jobs. Gutter vacuums, UPVC washdowns and all that, that's another ball game. We'll get into that. But pricing a window cleaning job, you start the business, you start the job, and you're doing lots and lots of window cleaning. You're getting faster, and the word I like to use is efficient. You're getting more and more efficient at the job. So the whole idea of the job, and it's not just window cleaning, it's any business, service industry, is you're looking at doing the best possible job in the shortest amount of time. That's what you want to do. So over time, you will become more and more and more efficient. So it shouldn't take long. I mean, I've had the quickest I've ever trained anybody up to do the job and to be up to speed. And I've got to be honest, in 38 years, this has only happened once, is 4 weeks. I got a guy, a complete novice. And not only that, bless him, he had to overcome a phobia of heights. So he picked up the job so quick, and he had to overcome his fear of heights. And he did it all in, as I said, in 4 weeks. So for 4 weeks, a standing start, he was up and running and turning over £50 an hour. Now that is unheard of. That is really, really unusual. So if you can do that, then all credit to you. You're there, you're up and running, and you're doing your £50 an hour. But more than likely, it's going to take, I would say, around 6 months to a year for you to become proficient enough to be able to charge £50 an hour and give the customer £50 worth of work. So yeah, that's about it really, guys. I mean, there's no easy fix on this. There's no magic formula. You've just got to get out there, practice, get as quick as you can, as efficient as you can, do the best job as you can, as quickly as you can, and then you'll be able to justify your £50 an hour. When you're starting out, it's just a case to hit and miss. You want to earn as much as you can, but you've got to accept that you're learning. It's a learning curve. So, you want repeat business, so you can't charge the customer what you really want to charge them, because you're going to be there too long, and they're just going to go with someone else that's more experienced. So you've just got to get in there, suck it up, probably lose a few quid by underpricing jobs for a while, and then you'll get up and running. As your speed gets up and you get more efficient, then you can hit that magic £50 an hour, because that is the figure that you need to be aiming for. Sometimes you're going to drop off 40, 35, £40 an hour. Sometimes it'll be 60, £70 an hour. But on average, you want to be hitting around £50 an hour. That's what you want to be doing, guys. So it's just a case of getting out there, practice, get as quick as you can, as good as you can, in a shortest space of time, and then you can start charging you £50 an hour. And then you'll walk up to a job. Also, I walk up to a job and it's a habit, really. I've done it for the last 38 years now. Even if I'm out and about and not working, I'll look at a building and think, oh, that would be like £50 every other month. It's just like inbuilt in me. I don't know, it's just a natural thing. So I walk past jobs and I'll look at them and think, oh, it's £150 gutter vacuum, £250 UPVC wash down, £35 every other month for the windows and frames. And that's how I do it. I do it constantly. And with the chaps that work with me, I used to always test them. We'd drive past a job and I'd say, how much for that? And then they'd gradually, they'd obviously get it fucking way off in the early days. And then they'd get it on. And it's really nice. It's a nice sense of achievement when you ask one of the chaps how much for that and they go bang, and it's like, wow, it's right on the money. That is what it should be. So yeah, it's just a case of getting out there, getting as quick as you can, as fast as you can, and that's it. And then when you've done it for a number of months, you'll be the same as me. You'll walk up to a building, you'll look at it, and you want to try this. You want to try it even when you're not working. Walk past and look at all the buildings and work out how you would get up there, access, because the pricing structure is not, the time frame of doing the job isn't just you rock up with your kit and you get all your gear out and you wash the job. It's not that. There's lots of other things to take into account. You've got logistics. So where is the job? Is it out on a limb? You've got the time getting there, the time getting from that job to the next job. Is it a partial ladder job? Have you got to climb up on a flat roof? Have you got to walk on a roof? Is it a traditional window cleaning job, old wooden timber sashes? What's access like for getting your van up the drop? Has it got off-road parking to get your wash system ready to go? Have you got to park 100 meters up the road and drag your hose up? So all of these factor into how much you're going to charge. So, and this is what a lot of people don't do. What they'll do is they're so desperate to get the job, they'll say, yeah, £50. But what they haven't allowed for is the fact that it's 10 minutes to the next job. Okay, so you've got to factor that into the cost. You've got to factor into the cost. What's access like? Can I get my wash system parked right outside the job? Or have I got to rock up miles away and drag the hose up there? All these things come into play when you're quoting a job. And this is, where you'll get experienced and you'll be able to pick up this stuff. But like I said, a good way of practicing is just wandering about and looking at houses and work out how much you would charge. And a little bit about the actual pricing up of the job. Years ago, it used to be quite a labour-intensive affair because obviously we had no internet, and you would build up a list of addresses to go to actually physically quote. And you would have, I don't know if you remember, you might not have even seen them, little red books, like street maps for each town and city in your locality. So we'd have the van full of those, and you'd get your inquiry come in, you'd pop your address down on your pad, look it up in the street map as where you had to go, and then on a rainy day or in the evenings I'd go off pricing up, and sometimes I could be out all day just pricing up. These days with the internet, wow, it's an absolute breeze now. I mean, I get the inquiry and I say to them straight away, can you possibly text me, WhatsApp me, or email me a handful of pictures of the job, and I'll be able to quote you straight away. 95% of people do that. There's only about 5% that aren't yet internet savvy, but I'd say 95% of the inquiries that come in, within minutes they've emailed me or texted me a handful of pictures of the job. I will quote them then, and we're going back to the Pareto principle now. I'll quote them for everything. So I'll quote them, if applicable, windows and frames, conservatory roof, UPVC washdown, and gutter vacuum. And ping that off to them. Within minutes, normally they get back to me, probably pick up about, I would say 80%, 75, 80% of inquiries or leads we turn into actual jobs. So about 75, 80%, they come back, bang, done. Initial clean, everything done. Then normally a quarterly regular windows and frames. So pricing up these days is so easy and quick. So that's what I would advise you guys to do. As soon as you get an inquiry, ask them if it's possible for them to take a couple of snaps of the house or the building, whip them across to you, and then you can quote them from that. Please, 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 if you're liking what you're seeing, can you hit that subscribe button for me? Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.